Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to do something a little different today. I've had a couple folks ask me online and in my personal life, how do you know what to listen to? How do you find bands? How do you discover bands? There's a multitude of ways to do this, and I was going to show you all one way I do this. Bandcamp's a great resource for music. Way to discover bands if you want to listen to their music without buying it, just in case you're not sure if you're going to like it or not. I prefer Bandcamp to YouTube if you can find um, the Bandcamp of the band that you're interested in, just because you can buy physical goods right there without having to go to YouTube, listen to a band, then go out and search for it and buy their vinyl, cassette, CD, whatever. It's just nice to have a one-stop shop. So one way to do this is to follow people. You can see here in my email. These people are necessarily people I personally know, but they're suggested contacts, either people that have followed me that I follow back based on what I've bought, or could just be I bought something and it said, hey, these other people bought this as well. You might want to check them out. You can go to different people if they've opened up their privacy settings and follow them back. And as they buy things, you'll get these emails that I'm going to show you here. So it's saying, hey, these people bought music on Bandcamp along with some others. Here's what they bought. So a little trick with Gmail is if you scroll to the bottom, it says message clipped, view entire message. So you can't just take this at its face value and say, oh, these people just bought these, 29, 28 albums. I click on view entire message. And as you see here, there's a lot more stuff listed. So that's a little trick that I didn't know when I first started doing this. So this first video, I'm kind of walk you through how I pick what to look at, and then I'm going to do a follow-up video on, we'll listen to some of these artists, and I'll kind of let you know what I look for and how I pick what I want to listen to. And we'll just start at the top. This is a band. So what I do is and this might be kind of dumb to some people, but I always focus on the album art. A lot of people think album art doesn't matter, but it's kind of, if there's a band that I am unsure of, I obviously don't have time to listen to every single one of these throughout the day. So I'll start with album covers and the band. So if I already know the band, or I have the album, or I know the band, I've listened to them before and I don't like them, I'll start with that. So this first one, Nothing, is a band I've listened to before. They're on Relapse, I believe. Another thing I'll look at is how many people bought it. So you can see here, like 3 people I follow bought this. I didn't like Nothing, at least their output that I've heard before, but I may give them another shot. So I'll click on the album cover, and I'm going to keep going back. Carcass, I know Carcass. A lot of people bought this. 3 people anyway that I know of. The last EP, I think, and album of Carcass I didn't care for too much, but I believe from what I've read, this is an EP. I'll give Carcass a shot because it's Carcass, I always do. Writhing Shadows, I don't know anything about. The album cover looks kind of cool. I'll click on that. War on Women, not a fan. I'll skip. This band, not sure of. Album cover is kind of so I may, looks like a black metal vibe, give them a shot. Isoc Trillium, I have heard of. Cool album cover. Click on it. Mr. Bungle, not a fan of them. I haven't listened to them in eons, from back when they put their first album out. This is a band that's got Mike Patton from Faith No More and some other folks, so hard pass on that. Canyon Crows, not sure who this is. I like the Lego cover. I was a big fan of Legos. Why not? I should also caveat this with, these aren't all going to be metal bands, so I follow people that like all kinds of music. So sometimes the non-metal album covers are harder to decipher on if they're going to be any good. Again, just sometimes they say you can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you can when it comes to music. in my opinion. Abigor, I've heard of. Gonna open that up. Harakiri for the Sky, no idea. I'm gonna pass on this just because it feels like an Agalok type vibe. I already know who Agalok is, so. Deep River Acolytes, looks cheesy, gonna pass. Eelgrass, not sure what to think there, gonna pass on that. Lone Wanderer, cool album cover, I'll click. So some of these I'm gonna fly through real quick. Conjureth, huge fan of Conjureth, but I already know I pre-ordered this, so I'm not gonna click on this. This is their new EP, by the way. I think they're releasing their Foul Formations and Levitation Manifest together, if memory serves me correctly, in one album type deal. So I already pre-ordered that, so no worries on that. I've already talked about Conjureth in my other videos. Prison Shank, it's an awful band. I'm guessing this is some kind of hardcore. I shouldn't say awful band, awful name for a band. Cover doesn't do much for me. Directive, that's just the most generic album cover I've probably ever seen. Gonna pass. Kokamachi, not sure what that is. Album cover, we'll give it a shot. Witch Trap, that's kind of a cool band, cool cover, or cool band name. I'll have to give it a whirl. Bloody Hammers, I've heard of. Kind of that doomy stoner type stuff. Wolf Blood, I think it's similar. Possessor, not sure. This album cover's lame. Rough Magic with Majik. The Devil's Cattle. I'll give it a shot. Interesting cover and name. I don't even know how to pronounce any of this. I'm gonna pass. Stalker, I've heard of, was not a big fan. Someone else bought War on Women. I thought that was up here too, so I don't know why it showed me right here. It didn't show me the same up here, same album. I'm gonna pass on War on Women. Sarkader, kind of a cheesy cover. I'm gonna pass. Vessel of Light, same. Mogwai, I'm familiar with them. They've been around what seems like forever. Kind of instrumental band. Kind of heavy, but I'm just not a big fan, so I'm going to pass. King Diamond, very familiar with King Diamond. I'm going to pass on that one. Not my favorite King Diamond album. Arkiran Thadal, Rituals of Sovereign Heart, no idea. Cool album cover, we'll give it a click. Winterlore, give that a click. Antzat, give that a click. Again, I'm going just by album covers here. Underdark, not familiar, give that a whirl. Nuclear Power Trio, this looks kind of funny, but looks like some kind of goofy album cover. We'll give it a shot and see how goofy it is, why not. Blazing Right, I'm going to pass. A Feather and Bone, I've been reading about them lately. 3-piece out of Colorado, we'll give them a shot. Purple Patch, don't know what this is. This might be some rap or some indie rock here. We'll see. Genuine Parts, full discography. I usually don't click on these. The link's not working for whatever reason. I have to click there to see what it looks like. Yeah, we'll leave it up. I'll go through my next steps here. Right now we're just talking about how I decide what to listen to. So Future Shock, we'll give it a whirl. This album cover sucks. The band's called Tapir, and the title is Fisherman. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Ring Van Mobus, the Third Majesty, no thank you. This is kind of a cool cover. Nightmare. Madness to the right, Nightmare to the left. It's kind of catchy. High Council, that album cover, no thank you. Tapir again. I think I saw them up here with Fisherman. This one's called the Valley Session. Gonna do a hard pass. Cloudcatcher, not familiar, gonna pass. Duel, gonna pass with the album cover. Hellraiser, I've heard of, didn't care for it. Molasses, heard of, didn't care for it. Female fronted, kind of doom rock band. Here's Nightmare again. And what I'll do too, you see I already clicked on Nightmare once. If you go to their Bandcamp page, you'll see all the other releases, so there's no need to click on multiple links for the same band. You can get them all on the same page, so gonna not click on that. Core Belief, kind of a cool cover with a whale. Why not? High Council, already passed earlier. Cracked Eggs. That's just, with a name like that, I've got to click on it and see what they're about. Future Shock, not heard of. Click it. Bobby Broom, Soul Fingers, not sure what that is. The album cover sucks. But it looks like it might be, I think I've heard of this guy from Chicago. Yeah, might give him a whirl. Dillinger Escape Plan, Miss Machine, very familiar with this album. I recommend it if you are a fan of Dillinger and hadn't checked that album out. It's actually pretty good. Pearl Audio, I already own that. Ceremonial Bloodbath, why not? Good, cool name. Deform, Mortress, Lamenting Reflections, I'm going to pass. Lifeless Pass. Smokem, I'll try it. Pregnant Light, not a fan. Kind of one-man black metal. I call it hipster black metal. I know that's a terrible term to use. He may not be hipsterish at all, but that's the impression I've gotten from A Pregnant Light. I know they had one album that had a few good songs on it, but Confession, check them out. Noxus, check it out because the title or because the cover. Stress Angel, I've already checked out, wasn't a fan. See 'Em the Marrying Kind is a Prince cover. That's Prince's 1999 album cover. If you are not familiar with Prince, you should be. That's exactly what the cover looks like. It looks like they did a cover of The Marrying Kind, so I'll check that out. Big Prince fan. Streams of Blood, full discography. Check that out just because of the title. You guys kind of see what's how I kind of do this. Some of these pallbearer I already know, but I kind of go through these. And in my next video, I'm going to show you guys what I do next and how I determine what I'm actually going to listen to, kind of the process I go through for each one of these bands. What I do, you see I've got all these tabs across the top. I click on each one and start to dive in. So my next video will be kind of an explanation for that. So thanks for checking this out, guys. Catch you soon.